The wine you're drinking right now could contain substances that are completely banned in other countries. In this video, I'm going to expose 7 wine brands that you need to remove from your shopping cart immediately. These are brands that hide dangerous levels of sulfates, pesticides, and added sugar behind their pretty labels. But don't worry, because at the end, I'll show you 2 brands you can drink without any concern. Let's start with number 7, Carlo Rossi California from the E&J Gallo Winery. You can find this wine everywhere in the USA. You see it at Walmart, Target, 7-Eleven, and practically every supermarket across the country. Its low price attracts millions of American consumers every year, but that low price comes at a hidden cost to your health, one that nobody talks about. The grapes used to make this wine come from massive industrial vineyards where intensive pesticide spraying is standard practice. Independent tests have detected traces of glyphosate in wines from these types of operations. The World Health Organization classifies glyphosate as probably carcinogenic to humans. We aren't talking about minuscule traces here. These are levels that would be completely unacceptable if we were talking about food instead of wine. But the problems don't stop there. This wine contains sulfites in concentrations approaching 250 parts per million. That's dangerously close to the legal upper limit allowed by regulations. For sensitive individuals, such levels can trigger migraines, skin flushing, and breathing difficulties. The producer also uses something called mega purple, a grape concentrate that artificially deepens the wine's color and masks the poor quality of the raw ingredients underneath. Consumers consistently report experiencing horrible hangovers after drinking just 2 glasses of this wine. They describe nausea and headaches that seem completely disproportionate to the amount of alcohol consumed. This isn't a coincidence. It's your body reacting to what experts describe as a chemical cocktail instead of real wine. One American wine influencer, who has over 16,000 followers on TikTok, calls Carlo Rossi boring and completely characterless. He points out that for the same price or even less, you can find wines at discount stores that are similar in style, but much more interesting and appealing to your senses. A reviewer from budgetsips.com was even harsher, calling it completely undrinkable. He compared it to the wine equivalent of a mass-market beer or a generic coffee from a major chain, meaning it's bland, forgettable, and designed to offend no one, while truly pleasing no one either. At this price point, you aren't buying wine. You're buying an industrial product with added alcohol. Number 6 is Sutter Home's Red Blend, produced by the Wine Group. This is an American brand belonging to one of the largest beverage producers in the country. Despite its widespread availability, the reviews from American consumers and experts are absolutely devastating. On Vino Hub, a popular app where American consumers rate wines, the Sutter Home Red Blend has received one of the lowest scores on the entire platform. It holds a rating of just 4.7 out of 10 stars, based on 412 reviews. Users describe these wines as tragic, awful, and even worse. One reviewer wrote bluntly that it smells terrible, and they were certain that drinking it was a health hazard. Another opinion from a popular foodie forum stated it was the single worst red wine she had ever tasted in her life. The acidity and chemical flavor were so bad that if someone had removed the label, she would have assumed it was just some cheap fruit-flavored rubbing alcohol. A leading wine expert, Jennifer Stone of the Grapevine Gazette, points to a fundamental problem with this product. We know absolutely nothing about this wine. There is zero information about the grape variety, the region of origin, or even who actually produced it. When a manufacturer hides this kind of basic information, it's usually because they have something to hide. Prominent wine blogger David Chen ranked the big 3 of mass-market wines in the USA: Carlo Rossi, Francia, and Barefoot. He rated the Barefoot offering as the worst of all 3. He notes that sugar completely dominates the taste, the flavor profile is flat, the finish is practically non-existent, and there's no acidity, which makes drinking it quickly exhausting. He describes it as a sad little fruit punch, where nothing interesting ever happens. Even considering the lower price point, the quality-to-price ratio is abysmal. For just a few dollars more, you can find significantly better options in any American supermarket. Number 5, the generic semi-sweet Lambrusco sold at Walmart from a Central Valley mega producer. Lambrusco is actually a historic grape variety from Italy, but most of the cheap Lambrusco sold in American supermarkets comes from industrial Californian vineyards with no connection whatsoever to quality winemaking. On Cellar Tracker, users describe these budget versions of Lambrusco as alcoholic beverages made for the lowest common denominator, calling it a typical cheap rot gut, no different from a wine cooler or the cheapest possible malt liquors. The prestigious wine blog Vinography explains the historical background of this problem. This type of Lambrusco carries what they call the stigma of the quantity over quality, industrially focused wine boom of the 1970s. While the grape has the potential to create truly remarkable wines, like authentic Lambrusco from Italy's Emilia-Romagna region, mass American production gave rise to what experts describe as semi-sweet monstrosities completely devoid of any character. What's particularly disturbing is that some products sold as Lambrusco turn out not to be wine at all, but rather flavored, wine-based beverages loaded with sulfites. These products are not real grape wine. Consumer reviews consistently mention a cork taste, a watered-down flavor like a children's juice box, and situations where one sip was enough to pour the rest down the sink because it was completely undrinkable. The official classification of wine matters here. Real wine must be made from fermented grapes according to specific standards. Wine-based beverages, on the other hand, can contain added sugars, artificial flavors, colorings, and preservatives. Labels often mislead consumers with pictures of lush vineyards, fancy Italian or French-sounding names, and descriptions that suggest a quality the product simply doesn't deliver. Number 4 on our list is Vino Go, an imported wine available in various types in stores across the U.S. This brand offers wine in single-serving pouches, an innovative wine-by-the-glass concept. However, according to the experts at VinoVibe Reviews, one of the most respected American wine blogs, the concept was the only positive thing about this product. In a detailed review, Mark Johnson from VinoVibe Reviews gave these wines scores ranging from 72 to 78 out of 100 points, commenting that they were among the worst wines he had ever tasted in his life. Let me break down what they found in each variety. The Chardonnay received a 72 out of 100. Its nose was full of sour notes and an overwhelming plastic smell. Just awful. In the mouth, it was slightly acidic and flat. The finish was short and watery. A complete waste of time. The White Zinfandel got a 78 out of 100, featuring the same theme on the nose, a strong, synthetic, plastic odor. Overall, extremely poor. The Cabernet Sauvignon was awarded a 76 out of 100. The plastic aroma killed everything else. It had a very green, unripe taste and a thin finish. The reviewer summed up his findings by saying that besides a clever concept, you actually have to put a product inside that people can drink. Right now, that's not happening with Vino Go. The problem with these single-use packages is that the plastic and foil can interact with the wine, especially when stored in warm conditions or for extended periods. This explains the overpowering plastic smell and taste that every reviewer noted in all the varieties. You're essentially paying a premium for innovative packaging, while the actual wine inside is of tragically poor quality. Number 3, Felsina Balaton Rosé from Lidl, produced by a winery in Hungary. This case isn't about taste or sensory quality. It's about an official product recall issued by federal health inspectors due to health risks for consumers. On December 11, 2019, the FDA issued a public health alert and ordered the recall of Felsina Balaton Rosé from all Lidl stores across the United States. The reason was the lack of required English language information about allergens on the label. The packaging failed to include the legally mandated warning about the presence of sulfur dioxide and sulfites. According to the official announcement, consumption of this wine by individuals allergic to sulfur dioxide and sulfites could trigger an allergic reaction, posing a potentially serious health risk. Lidl offered customers a full refund for the product, no receipt necessary. This is a big deal because sulfite sensitivity is more common than many people realize. Medical data shows that 3 to 10% of people with asthma experience adverse reactions after consuming sulfites. These reactions can include skin rashes, itching, respiratory symptoms, and gastrointestinal problems. In the most severe cases, it can even trigger anaphylactic shock. The American Contact Dermatitis Society actually named sulfites the allergen of the year for 2024, highlighting the growing awareness of just how serious these allergies are. When a massive retailer like Walmart fails to properly label products sold in American stores, they're putting consumers at a very real and immediate risk. The distributor completely failed in their duty to properly label the product for the US market. This is exactly the kind of negligence that can have devastating health consequences for allergic consumers who trust that the products on store shelves are safe. Number 2, Sakura White Plum Zwan. Here we have another case of an official product recall over health concerns. Back in October of 2023, the grocery chain Kroger pulled this white wine from its shelves because of undeclared sulfur dioxide at levels exceeding 10 milligrams per liter. Under federal regulations, any wine containing more than 10 milligrams per liter of sulfites must clearly state contains sulfites on the label. The absence of this warning poses a direct threat to anyone with a sensitivity. As I mentioned before, 3 to 10% of people with asthma can experience adverse reactions after consuming sulfites. These reactions range from skin rashes and itching to breathing problems and digestive issues. Consumer Reports even warned American shoppers to stay away from this particular wine. What's especially disturbing here is that sulfite labeling has been required by law for years. Every single wine producer and distributor knows this rule. When a product still ends up on store shelves without the proper allergen declarations, it points to either gross negligence or a deliberate attempt to cut corners and save money somewhere along the supply chain. Hidden allergens in food and drinks are a massive public health issue. Consumers with sensitivities rely entirely on accurate labeling to make safe choices for themselves and their families. When that labeling is missing or incomplete, the consequences can range from mild discomfort to life-threatening emergencies. And now we come to number 1, the absolute worst wine product you can buy in American stores. I'm talking about Fragolino, sold by various producers and supposedly imported from Italy. This is a really special case because this product isn't actually real wine at all, even though many American consumers are led to believe it is. Here's what you need to understand. True Fragolino wine, which is made from a grape variety called Vitis labrusca, also known as strawberry grapes, has been banned for commercial sale in the European Union since 1931. The reason for the ban is its naturally high methanol content, which poses serious health risks. The products sold in the US under the Fragolino name are actually wine-based beverages. They contain some fermented fruit, but they're loaded with artificial strawberry flavorings, syrups, and molasses. Under EU law, these products can't even be legally called wine in the European market. This misleading naming scheme means that consumers are paying wine prices for a product that isn't really wine at all. Fragolino, as it's sold in American stores, is an industrially produced alcoholic beverage loaded with sugar and artificial flavorings. It has absolutely no connection to the traditional Italian product its name suggests, a fact that food journalism outlets have been trying to expose. An article in Food and Wine magazine, which explores global culinary topics for American readers, clearly lays out the entire deception. What you find on supermarket shelves is a wine-like drink, not authentic wine. The romantic Italian imagery on the labels, the hints of a time-honored tradition, the premium price point. It's all a carefully crafted illusion designed to mislead consumers about what they're actually buying. When you grab a bottle of Fragolino, you think you're getting a taste of Italy. In reality, you're getting an industrial concoction made with artificial flavors, syrups, and tons of added sugar. The price suggests a quality that simply does not exist in the bottle. Okay, I know that was a tough list to get through, but I promised you something important, and I intend to keep my word. The good news is, not everything on the shelf is a trap. There are producers who still make wine the way it was meant to be made, without chemical shortcuts, without hidden additives, and with genuine respect for you, the consumer. Here are 2 brands that you can drink with total peace of mind, wines that I personally recommend, and that experts and knowledgeable consumers choose for themselves and their families. Coming in at number 2 on our safe list is the Finca Luzon Crianza 2020 from Spain. This Spanish red wine earned a gold medal at the prestigious 2024 San Francisco Chronicle Wine Competition, which is judged by some of the top professionals in the country. The panel consisted of 12 professional sommeliers, with figures like Michael Jordan, MS, as a head judge, alongside other renowned experts. This wine comes from the Jumilla region of southeastern Spain, where the primary grape is Monastrell, also known as Mourvedre. The Crianza designation means it was aged for a minimum of 12 months in oak barrels, giving the wine a complex character with notes of dark fruit, spice, and vanilla. It's imported into the United States by a reputable national distributor, ensuring a legal and controlled supply chain. The wine is available in select specialty shops and restaurants, typically costing around $15 to $25, an incredible value for a quality that has been validated by America's top sommeliers. When a wine wins a gold medal from a major American competition, it means that a dozen professional tasters evaluated it in a blind tasting and unanimously declared it to be excellent. It's one of the highest honors available in the American wine industry. With this bottle, you get complete transparency regarding its origin, vintage, and production methods. Its quality and authenticity are confirmed by an official competition certificate. And now for number 1 on the safe list. My absolute top recommendation, the Duckhorn Vineyards Sauvignon Blanc, a classic American white wine. If I had to pick just one wine that I could drink without a single doubt in my mind, this would be the one. Chateau Saint Michel is one of the largest wineries in the United States, with over 3,500 acres of vineyards producing millions of bottles annually. Their dry Riesling is a flagship product and a consistent winner of gold medals in both American and international wine competitions. The Riesling grape varietal has found a perfect home in the cooler climate of Washington State, thriving in our local conditions. The wine is characterized by its crisp, refreshing acidity, vibrant citrus and fruit aromas, and a beautifully balanced structure. The producer uses cutting-edge production methods while maintaining traditional standards of quality, ensuring every bottle is exceptional. At the San Francisco Chronicle Wine Competition in 2024, wines from Chateau Saint Michel took home numerous medals. Their 2022 Chardonnay received a gold medal, and their 2022 Rosé won a top prize at the American Wine Awards in 2024. Chateau Saint Michel wines are widely available in specialty wine shops, select restaurants, and directly from the winery itself. Prices typically range from around $20 to $60 a bottle, placing them firmly in the mid to premium category. That's significantly more than the mass-produced wines you'd find at a discount grocer, but the quality absolutely justifies the price. This is an American-made product with complete quality control from vine to bottle. These wines are repeatedly awarded top honors by professional sommeliers, and there is completely transparent information about the